strategic location along the northern Silk Road facilitated the flow of goods from China to the Mediterranean, bringing immense wealth to its coffers. The royal treasury boasted of gold, silver, and precious stones looted from distant lands. The king's lavish lifestyle and monumental building projects showcased the kingdom's opulence. And yet, despite this apparent grandeur, the kingdom faced persistent challenges. External threats from neighboring powers, internal tensions, and the delicate balance of maintaining cultural integrity in a Hellenized world required constant vigilance and skillful diplomacy. However, the fortunes of the Armenian kingdom took a decisive turn with the emergence of Artaxius I in 185 BC, amidst the chaos following Antiochus III's defeat by Rome. Artaxius seized the opportunity to declare independence and establish Artaxiad Autonomy. The young king reorganized his realm, implementing a robust governmental system that married local customs with broader statecraft. Centralized authority, a refined legal code, and innovative taxation policies ensure stability while bolstering a treasury that funded effective law enforcement and professional armed forces. To underscore his commitment to justice, Artaxius established a council of elders whose decisions held the force of law. His judicial reforms ensured fairness and equality before the law, making them an integral part of his legacy. In 180 BC, Artaxius made a pivotal decision that would shape the destiny of his realm. He chose to establish his new capital at Artaxerxes, strategically located near the confluence of the Arpa and Hasdan rivers. The site's fertile land and proximity to trade routes made it ideal for a bustling metropolis. Within a century, Artaxerxes became a prominent commercial hub, solidifying the economic foundation of the Armenian kingdom. But perhaps Artaxias' most enduring contribution lay in his military reforms. Recognizing the limitations of traditional feudal levies, he established professional standing armies composed of infantry, cavalry, and chariots, equipped with Hellenistic weaponry and battle tactics. Notably, he reorganized the cavalry into light and heavy divisions, a feat unmatched in any other contemporary kingdom. This diversification of military resources proved pivotal, laying the groundwork for future territorial expansion and asserting the kingdom's influence over its neighbors. Amidst the complexities of the ancient world, Artaxius expertly balanced diplomacy, forging strategic alliances that safeguarded his realm's interests. He navigated the intricate political dynamics of the time, particularly between Rome and Viti, establishing a framework for future engagements that would shape the kingdom's trajectory. At the core of Artaxias' reign was a cultural synthesis that resonated deeply with his subjects. Despite the presence of Greek and Persian influences, the local language remained central, and the ancient pantheon underwent a significant shift, downplaying traditional gods and elevating Ahura Mazda as the supreme deity. This process of cultural assimilation not only reflected the changing religious landscape, but also served to create a distinct local identity that transcended external influences. By the mid-2nd century BC, the Armenian kingdom stood as a beacon of cultural vibrancy and political resilience. Its roots firmly planted in the rich tapestry of its history, and its gaze firmly set on the horizon of what lay ahead. But it was Tigranes the Great who truly elevated the kingdom to unprecedented heights, transforming the political, military, and cultural landscape of the ancient world. Tigranes' ascent to power coincided with a turbulent period in Roman history. With civil wars raging, Rome's hold over its eastern territories was weakening, presenting an opportunity for ambitious leaders like Tigranes to assert themselves. By aligning with Mithridates, the sixth of Pontus, Tigranes found a powerful ally in his bid to challenge Roman dominance. Together, they formed a formidable coalition that extended from the Black Sea to the Mediterranean, threatening Rome's very core. This alliance marked a significant shift in the balance of power in the ancient world, setting the stage for a clash between two rising titans. As tensions escalated, Rome dispatched a seasoned general to confront this emerging threat. Faced with this unexpected challenge, the Senate grappled with a pivotal question: how should they respond to this audacious attack on their heartland? The choice before them would have profound implications for the future of their empire. The Roman commander wasted no time in formulating his strategy. Recognizing the gravity of the situation, he prioritized swift action. His objective, clear: reclaim the lost provinces and restore order to the tumultuous east. Deploying legions along multiple fronts, he sought to overwhelm his enemies with a display of raw military might, hoping to shatter their alliance before it could solidify further. Aware of the psychological impact of war, the general employed tactics that aimed to demoralize the enemy, underscoring Rome's superiority and instilling fear. His message to Tigranes and Mithridates was clear: Rome's strength should not be underestimated, and any resistance would be met with overwhelming force. However, in a surprising turn of events, recent setbacks suffered by Tigranes the Great have weakened his position significantly. Strategic blunders and mounting casualties have eroded public support and strained his resources. The people, weary of the protracted conflict, now yearn for peace and stability. This shift in sentiment has opened the door for diplomatic negotiations, presenting a chance to end the hostilities on terms that could satisfy both sides. With this development, the Roman commander finds himself at a critical juncture, balancing the desire for swift victory with a need for long-term stability. He recognizes that exploiting Tigranes' vulnerabilities could lead to a decisive triumph. Open negotiations are initiated, and the Roman general, eager to secure a favorable outcome, proposes terms that aim to uphold Roman prestige while addressing some of Tigranes' concerns. At the heart of the proposed agreement lies the acknowledgement of Rome's supremacy in the region. While subtle, this provision serves as a cornerstone, underscoring the shift in power dynamics. It establishes Rome's dominance, reassuring the provinces under its sway and deterring future aggression from Tigranes. However, the Roman general goes further, demonstrating a keen understanding of local sensibilities. He proposes economic arrangements that respect the kingdom's traditional practices, integrating it into the wider Roman network without disrupting its cultural fabric. By weaving in provisions that protect local customs, the general aims to cultivate goodwill among the populace, ensuring smoother integration into the Roman sphere of influence. And then there is the matter of Tigranes' status. While acknowledging Rome's supremacy, the treaty offers provisions that ensure his dignity as a defeated monarch. By granting him a noble title and perhaps even a measure of personal wealth, Rome demonstrates magnanimity, thereby reducing the bitterness of defeat. This gesture serves as a potent symbol of the changing times, where strength is validated, but wisdom lies in restraint. By the end of the 1st century BC, the enigmatic figure of Tigranes the Great had etched his name in history as both a formidable conqueror and a wise statesman. His reign, marked by remarkable territorial expansion and cultural patronage, had reshaped the political and cultural landscape of the ancient world. But as the curtain fell on his illustrious